Hello everyone, we're back with more FF16. We're heading back to the hideaway. The guy upstairs is still playing the same song.
Mid says Odin split the sea in two. She's always been partial to a tall tale. But there's tall, and then there's tall.
I struggle to believe it myself.
I see your uncle isn't with you.
He stayed with the Enterprise. After our brush with the Einherja, she was in urgent need of repair. And my uncle knows a shipwright in Randalar. We're to join him there when we're ready to sail for Ash.
You sure that's wise? Last I heard, the place was still overrun with akashic.
Show me a city where that isn't true. Ultima's plague is spreading.
We're running out of time, aren't we? We've done our best to shore up that hideaway. But I doubt a few planks will stop what's coming. Still, we'll keep at it. Every little helps, I suppose.
Let's hope so.
Alright. Across the Narrow. The power of ice. Clive has claimed a portion of the icon Shiva's essence. Attuning with Shiva not only changes the elemental aspect of Clive's magic spells, but also allows access to several new iconic abilities, such as Ice Age, which forcefully knocks back enemies great distances. Shiva's iconic feat, Cold Snap, can be used to swiftly move left, right, forward, or back to either dodge attacks or close in on an enemy.
I should visit Joshua.
So,
assuming Talia will allow it.
Cold Snap is interesting because it has a another effect where you can like freeze enemies like that, but it apparently can lengthen or enhance the amount of time enemies are staggered for. I've never mastered it. I don't know the secret to doing it or how it works. So yeah. That is one skill I have not developed yet. Anyway, we're going to be playing with, and here it's got Ice Age, which is very cool, and Mesmerize, which is actually an ability that I really like. Rhyme's okay. I'm not... Okay, so we got a bunch of side quests we're going to start here now, guys. By a bunch, I mean quite literally a bunch. One of them, as you can tell, is, well...
Clive! Here you go.
Okay, so we got a new quest in the Holy Empire Sandbreak, a new one here in Rosaria, and a new, 3 new ones in Dhalmekia, apparently. What the fuck? Why are there so many?
Always something in there.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back.
Alright, we're gonna get
All done?
probably a bunch of these.
Heard the bad news then, did you?
What bad news?
About Dravozd. Blackthorn's old haunt. With the forge and all that. Well, anyway, the mine's just down the road from there are spewing at ether like no one's business.
And the village?
Safe from the flood for now, but they've got other problems. Akashic. Every creature in the area is either turned or on the way to turning, apparently. Zoltan and the others are living on borrowed time. They need help, and quick. Doris sent a few curse breakers to keep an eye on things, but there's only so much a couple of scouts can do. Except get eaten. If something ain't done soon, the old place will be overrun.
I won't let that happen.
Didn't think you would.
Does Blackthorn know?
I thought it might be better if he didn't. He'd only do something stupid. You reckon we should tell him?
No. It's better this way.
Yeah, well... I can't stand about knowing what's happening out there, so I'm off. I'll see you in Dravozd.
Alright, Blacksmith Blues 4. Look at that, guys. Exciting stuff, I know. Bet you we have more hunts to do. We don't. Interesting. I'm actually surprised about that. Karen apparently has something new, so let's go see what she's selling. No, actually she doesn't have anything new. Might need a potion though.
We've run out of pep.
Clive. If you're gonna buy some, be quick about it.
Torgal's
Finished,
already
are
told
ya?
everyone in the base that Clive and Jill have bought.
Things
Trouble with your gear, or...
Yeah,
The bloody thing float, did it?
the weight of all that shit.
Mid had me knock out. I thought it'd sink straight to the bottom. Always the way with Mid's inventions, though, isn't it? You ain't got a clue what the hell you're looking at when she hands you the designs, but they always seem to
Clever
work.
girl, that one.
A right boil on the arse sometimes, but clever all the same. Alright,
Sancfordian, dear.
we can now make the ice brand. Yet deep was frostbite, leaving her fell mark upon their skins. Iconomachy, Book of Glaciers, 812. It is 300 attack power, so I think it's only like 5 better than what I'm using, but whatever. Yeah, it is.
No scratches, right?
Alright, there we go. Now we have ice brand. I don't think we can make anything else. Oh, we reinforce it.
That it.
Alright, here's our new sword, guys. Pretty cool. I kind of like it. Minicat, what are you blaring about? We just played a little. Alright. What do we got here? Healer's Place. Thank you for helping me guide my mentor free from his mortal coil. Contrary to what the maddening crowd believes, we physicers are not without our limits. I cannot hope to cure every ill, mend every wound, save every life. The only medicine that will see you home safe without fail is prevention. Not that this knowledge will ever stop any of you from chasing down some behemoth for its toenails. Alright. Captain Doris. Sir, I and the other Cursemakers have grown concerned regarding the well-being of our captain. Despite the apparent unrest her recent investigations have visited upon her, Lady Doris refuses all offers of assistance. If it is not too much trouble, I would ask you to please speak to the captain and learn what troubles her so deeply. Alright.
There's no way of knowing if Doris will confide in me, but I can speak to her at least.
Self-determination. So, there's a lot of side quests in the game, but this is actually one of 2 points where they just bombard you with side quests. And obviously you don't have to, and they're side quests, but they build a character. Literally.
Where are you?
Can I help you, Sid?
I'm looking for Doris. Is she here?
I'm afraid not. She's at Martha's Rest on a job. My job, actually. When she heard what the mission was, she insisted on going herself. Alone.
Did she? What was the mission?
Following up on some new information. Once they'd settled in, the bearers you helped liberate in the Dragon's Eyrie were keen to talk about their imprisonment. And about their captor.
The slaver Cole's team were tracking when they were attacked by the Beastmen. I'll go and find her. She's at Martha's Rest, you say?
If she's not moved on already, yes. I hope everything's all right.
Jeremy hopes everything's alright too.
Why would Doris insist on going alone? Maybe Cole was right to be worried.
Why indeed? Minicat! No, Minicat.
How
Alright,
was she?
what does this guy want now?
The Enterprise, I mean.
Ah, Sid. Just the man I was hoping to see. Did you have a mo?
You have a mo.
Tell me, you need more bomb ash.
Oh no, we still got plenty of that left. I'm working on bringing another one of the Chief's designs to life. This time, it's a new smelter. It's got a reverberatory hood over the top for additional thermo amplification and a system of reciprocal recirculatory regenerators that let's just say it gets very blimmin' hot. A heck of a lot hotter than anything Blackthorn's got in his forge, that's for certain. Only mithril engines get hotter, and you can't chuck ore in one of them and get metal out the other end. Trouble is, we won't be able to make it out of any old rubbish neither. We need the good stuff. And I hear you once helped Helena get her hands on exactly that. Any chance you could help me too?
If it's for the good of the hideaway, I'd be happy to.
Oh, it is. I promise you.
So, what exactly is this good stuff you need me to find?
We've got a couple of examples here. Spherical echoes, we call them.
More fallen materials. So this smelter is similar to the Mithril engine in more ways than one.
That's right. They're a bit like the thermal helms. Fallen ceramics deal with heat like nothing else, see? And what's more, they're directional, transferring heat from the inside to the outside. But these things, they're all outside. If we line the hood with them, they'll reflect the heat right back into the furnace. We've collected as many as we can, and I know where we can get the rest. Trouble is, they're all watched over by their bigger, uglier cousins.
So you want me to visit some ruins, destroy some echoes, and bring back the spheres they're guarding?
That's it in a nutshell, yeah. We're only 3 short, mind, and we know exactly where they are. There's one up Amber Way, in that ruin that they call Lost Plume, and another in the Silent South, over in Dalmekia. Last one is in the ruins of Advent, which is in the Empire.
All right then. Wish me luck.
Will do. I'll be keeping all my fingers and toes crossed.
With Canva in the hands of Akashic,
Okay.
we need to find another port.
Well, first then, we're gonna go over to Dravozd and do that. By the good stuff, he's talking some solid Clive penis. Probably.
So Dravozd is still standing. For now, at least.
If you can swing a hammer.
Alright, August.
Clive! You're here!
No, I'm not.
And the Akashic?
Mostly off to the north still. But I spoke to Doris's scouts and it turns out things are worse than I thought. There's swarms of them out there. Told old Snotty to be ready to seal the north gate. That should buy us some time if we need it. Enough for the villagers to barricade themselves inside their homes at least.
Well done.
Welcome back, Sid. I'd never have guessed, you know. Not if August hadn't let slip. Who'd have thought that the savior of Dravozd would turn out to be the realm's most infamous outlaw? Keen to help us out again?
I am.
Thought you could sneak off without me, did you?
Blackthorn.
Oh, what are you doing here?
One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice down. Unlike my best mate who didn't think I deserved to know. So then, how long's it been? Long enough for us two to turn into a pair of old codgers, I see.
That your idea of an apology? Prick.
Don't listen to him. You only did what you thought was best. For the village and that.
I did, yeah. But that ain't the whole of it. Vulcan, our master, didn't leave the chiefdom to the two of us. He left it to me. The best blacksmith in Dravozd, barring himself, of course. Bloody stupid tradition, in my opinion. If someone's got talent, you should let them practice their craft, not ask them to settle petty feuds and barter for grain. Our master wasted half his life that way. I wasn't about to let that happen to me.
So you wasted half of mine instead.
You're what Dravozd needed. Under me and my precious ideals, this place wouldn't have lasted a year. So I left to devote myself to the work and spare you lot the consequences. I may be a selfish prick, but I only did what I felt I had to.
What you had to do was your duty!
Even if it meant we all starved?
Enough. This is no time for bickering. You can finish beating each other up once Dravozd is safe.
Fine. I've said my piece anyway.
Yeah, so have I.
Sorry, Clive. I shouldn't have stuck my nose in. Short enough on time as it is. Still, give us a mo, would you? I need to get my head straight before any of them akashic try to bite it off.
But why does it matter what you need?
You, ready for the off then?
Indeed. We gave him a
Can't afford
mo.
to waste any more time.
Engage, can you start asking
Might be
people
worth
to give
having
you a
one last
mo?
word with the scouts, though. Don't want any nasty surprises, do we? Oh, and Blackthorn, you and Zoltan might be better off staying inside the...
Akashic on the move.
How close are they?
Within sight of the walls. And there are more coming up from the mines.
What was I saying about nasty surprises?
They'll wash right over us if we stay out in the open. We're pulling back behind the gates.
Good idea. Get yourselves inside, but keep your weapons handy.
Understood.
A mo Sislak?
I'm prepared to fight if I have to.
Well, let's hope you don't. That's our job. Once the scouts are inside, order your men to barricade the gates. No heroic last stands, you hear me? No fighting at all if you can help it.
August's right. I've seen what Akashic beasts can do to armor. The people here are tough and willing, but they ain't equipped to face what's coming.
I'm going out there. Start work on the gate as soon as I've left. I'll give you as much time as I can.
And if they kill you?
You evacuate. But it won't come to that. I promise.
You'd better be right.
Take good care of Dravozd till I get back.
Leave it to me. And give those things what for, yeah?
Sometimes this game has issues where the dialogue just goes on and it doesn't need to. Like, they just start saying things for the sake of saying things, it feels like. Like, Tengage, when your wife's like, hey, I'm going out to the market, can you do the lawn while I'm gone? You can be like, alright, give me a mo.
First. Too slow.
Here's this ability. Oops, okay, that's a charged ability. I didn't realize that. And here's Mesmerize. I actually really like Mesmerize. I've used it quite a bit, actually. Does quite a bit of damage.
Too slow.
Unfortunately, it's not the best for breaking this block. Fucking bull. Alright, this is gonna have like a huge range on it. An unsurprisingly large, or a surprisingly large range. Well, I didn't expect him to die that fast, but here we are. On the bright side, though, my ability wasn't completely wasted. New enemies approach. Oh shit, it's the Griffin. E-tier Griffin. I love that stupid looking little hop they do. We should do this hop here in a moment. This one. Okay. Okay. I thought they were gonna last a little longer.
Is that it? Apparently not.
Ah, our first chimera.
They're not getting past me.
So what you're seeing here is actually a chimera, but it's got a lot of basis in FF14. FF14 players are going to recognize a lot of what we see in this fight. I need to remember, I don't have to hound equip. I just wasted that ability again. So the dragon's voice and the ram's voice. These are both FF14 mechanics, and they both do roughly the same thing. For the dragon's voice, you want to get close to them, and for the ram's voice, you want to get away. Can't think of commands without thinking of Full Metal Alchemist. Brotherhood or Bro Fist? Regular or Bro Fist? You get close to Dragon's Voice and away for Ram. There we go, I didn't fuck it up that time. This was very good for building up the time on it as well. I like to build it up to the maximum like bonus before using before using Judgment Bolt. There we go. We did it, team. We did it. He fell.
Now, the question is, did I miss any?
Yes.
Man alive! You stood in one piece!
I slew as many as I could.
As many as I could, he says. The old bleeding lot, more like it. Well, almost.
Only almost.
Yeah, one or two did try to sneak over the wall. But we got the bastards, don't you worry.
Good. Though you do know, more will come in time.
In time, yeah. But we can think about them later. Let's get you back inside.
Yeah, so to engage, if you read Full Metal Alchemist, then it'd be Brotherhood, because the original anime diverted from what the manga did, and ran like its own little like version of the story. It was similar but different, whereas Brotherhood was like a direct adaptation of the manga.
Sid, you're even more fearsome than your reputation. Enough to give those akashic monsters nightmares. I almost felt sorry for the wretched things. But mostly, I felt grateful. Dravozd won't forget what you did today.
I'm afraid I've only delayed the inevitable. There's no getting rid of that ether flood. Meaning that any living thing which stumbles into those mines will end up clawing at your walls again.
And that's if the flood don't spread. If it does, well, I hate to say it, but the village's days are numbered.
That may be, but we're staying just the same. With ether floods springing up all over, it's no less safe than anywhere, and more importantly, it's our home. We'll fortify the gates to the north, and I'll see that they're guarded day and night.
All right. Then we'll give you a hand shoring up those defenses.
As for you, Blackthorn, that's twice you've turned up when Dravozd needed you. So, thanks.
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. And I shouldn't have left without talking it over with you first.
Too bloody right you shouldn't. Though I doubt I'd have listened. I always envied you. How you made everything look so easy when, for me, it was anything but. You leaving gave me the perfect excuse to hate you. And from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. But what you said earlier, it was true.
I like the guy who voices Quentin, voices this guy as well.
Finally, something we can agree on. I hope you see the sense of it eventually. You kept this place alive.
Alive, perhaps. Wealthy even, but Dravozd isn't what it once was. Our work used to be the pride of Dalmekia. Now, we churn out the same rubbish day after day because it's easy and turns a profit. It's not about the craft anymore. I wouldn't send my sons to war wearing the shit most of our smiths are making. I've kept working, honing my skills, trying to lead by example, but no one sees the point. The average castle apprentice has as much passion for the craft as our current lot. Come back to us, Blackthorn. Remind Dravozd what a true master blacksmith looks like. I'll even man those bellows of yours if it means we can work at the same forge again.
That's a kind offer. Kinder than I deserve. And I wish I could accept, but I'm needed elsewhere. There's people who trust their lives to my steel, and I daren't let them down.
Fair enough.
But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit from time to time. Let's see if we can't rekindle this town's passion for the craft, shall we?
I'd like that.
Just be sure to tell Snotty to let me in the next time I come calling, yeah?
Knowing him, he'd let you in anyway. Blackthorn. The master smith turned outlaw, back in my good graces. I never thought I'd see the day.
I'd say that went pretty well, wouldn't you?
Even better than I'd hoped.
Sid, I've got something for you.
He did of his penis. Oh, seal. Another one.
And this is?
A token of our lasting gratitude.
Minicat, what are you doing?
I'm of a mind to make you a far grander gift. Designs for a certain sword have been passed down from chief to chief for generations.
Now hold on, Zoltan. There's a reason no one's made that blade in centuries. There's not been a craftsman equal to the task. I'll admit your cinders make impressive steel, and I've learned to own an edge Odin will be proud of. But the engravings on that thing are enough to make a jeweler cry. And they're not just for show, either.
Have you forgotten what brought you back to Dravozd in the first place? A certain ring? I knew I'd never surpass you with a hammer and tongs. So I turned my hand to a different kind of metalwork. Between the two of us, I'd say we're the equal of any master craftsman ever to have graced a forge.
You know what? I think you might be right. Clive, you wouldn't mind if Zoltan came back to the Hideaway, would you?
He's more than welcome. As long as he can keep our secret.
Right. Zoltan, get your tools. We've got a legend to forge.
Oh shit, son.
The man himself.
We were just about to make a start on that sword I promised you.
It's funny, but none of this would have been possible without your help.
None of it.
You remember Camille? We'll be using his leatherwork for the grip. The steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of old Zoltan here. And that whetstone from the Outer Isles, that'll be what gives the blade its edge. And the final flourish will be my talented colleagues' engraving.
A team effort led by the greatest blacksmith alive.
Now, save that talk till the thing's finished, yeah? Right. I'm ready if you are.
To the bellows it is, then.
Some time later.
Well, bugger me. We actually did it.
The sword to end all swords. Ragnarok.
It's quite something.
I trust you'll take good care of it.
Thank you. Both of you.
So, does this make you pair the greatest craftsmen alive, then?
This? Nah. This was just following the footsteps of the greats of old. It'll take more than that to earn us our place in history. But we're up for the challenge. Here.
A list of materials.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back from Dravozd.
We reckon with those
Yeah, back
items
there.
there, we could craft something even better than the Ragnarok. Something worthy of a legendary outlaw like yourself.
That's a weapon I'd like to see. You leave this list with me.
I was hoping you'd say that.
One legend at a time, eh, lads? Before you start on the next, who fancies raising a cup to friendship reforged?
Good idea. No more drinking to forget my past. It's about time I had something to celebrate.
Then tap the kegs! Vulcan's boys are on their way!
So Ragnarok is a really good sword. It isn't the best sword in the game, not by a mile. But still, it's one of the better weapons in the game, and this questline does lead you to getting the best sword in normal mode, which used to be this, but I think there's actually even better than this now, the God or Damarung. A diagram detailing the steps to forge a sword that might slay a god. Ancient Ashen legend purports that one day the Age of Dominance will draw to a close in an epic clash of icons that set the land ablaze, cleansing it of foulness and allowing for its rebirth, a clash they call Ragnarok. God or Damarung, recipe unlocked. But if there's any questline you do in this game, and if you like having pretty strong weapons that are fairly easy to get in terms of like not having a huge amount of investment, the Ragnarok's probably the weapon you want to go with. Here's what it looks like. It's very basic looking.
So what do I owe the honor?
Blacksmith Blues 4.
I never thought me and Zoltan would ever speak again, let alone work together. And if it hadn't been for you, we wouldn't. You've been a good friend of me, Clive. The best.
Look at that.
So, what'll it be?
Alright, so we don't have the stuff to make the God or Damarung yet. It is a yellow quality sword. We need 1 more orichalcum, 2 dark steel, and a primitive battle horn.
That it?
It's only 50 attack power better than what we got though. Alright, so I think there might be 1 hunt available to us now. It might not appear until later though. Nah, it's not there yet. Alright, so the last thing we're going to do is, I guess we can go get one of these echoes done. And then that'll be it for today. Oops.
Good girl. Faster.
And Carablast appears. Alright guys, make sure you catch that Pokemon for Vector. It's his favorite. Oh. Well, that sucks. Amber is gone.
The whole village is turned. Back to the stables, girl.
I forgot about this. Fucking Torgal's like destroying this Akashic Chocobo here. That's sad. This whole village is gone because of an Aether Flood. Yeah, well, that Chocobo can live, I guess. Or not. Alright, Torgal, you got this.
Get him. All yours, Torgal.
Torgal got it. Hey, Jeremy caught a Carablast. Alright, so we're heading over here because there's something 152 yards from us that we gotta get. I guess first we'll kill the bomb.
Wake
That one's like, no, you can't kill my buddy. Oh, okay, well apparently I'm gonna jump right into it like an idiot. That's fine. I might actually have to heal though because it depends on what kind of echoes we run into here. We're looking for is actually over here. I don't think we went over here before. I think we would bypass this. We may have gone over here. Think about it. It's possible. Anyway, what we're looking for, yeah, okay, I'm gonna actually
ready.
my potion because we got one of the bigger ones to deal with.
I'll need to deal with these ones first. Nice try.
I am really bad at timing the dodge on these fucking guardians.
Nice try.
Also hitting the right button.
Too slow.
There we go. If I can kill him in one round, that's the most ideal outcome. Not quite one round, but close.
Now to find this spherical echo.
I am really bad at fighting those things. Hang on, we got our echo.
This is it. Right then.
The silent slow. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, dodge. Okay. Is that up? Okay, I think I know where that is. Sorry. Lots of sneezes today. Engage, would you sleep with patches? What if you let him call? What if you let you call him Patchy?
Straight home now. Nice try.
Garuda. And there we go. I think this is what we're looking for right here. Got it.
2 down, 1 to go.
No, you would not. You can see dudes on ESPN at 8, the Ocho. Why do those things remind you of Yu-Gi-Oh cards? That's a good question. I don't actually know the answer to that question. But what I do know is that I can shit my pants and that you can watch. How does that sound? Oh, this is in an area I haven't actually been to yet.
Let's go. Faster.
That sounds like a way to make PMS show up. Shitting their pants? So to make PMS show up, all you gotta do is shit your pants and look in a mirror at the same time and say, PMS, PMS, PMS.
Thanks, Gal.
Got him. What if you shit someone else's pants? I mean, it would have the same effect, right? Essentially, there's feces, there's pants, and you're saying PMS, so... Did it. Or fecal juice is how you summon the zany ghost version of Tiamat. Goodness gracious, great balls of feces.
That's all of them. Owen can uncross his toes now.
We did it. Alright.
Ah, Sid. Wasn't expecting you back so soon. So, is it good news or bad?
Spherical Echo. No doubt the Fallen had some other purpose in mind for these contrivances than to stud them in a smelter. And would ridicule us for doing so, just as a man of present day might laugh at a goblin using a carefully filed cogwheel to enliven his hat.
Good, thankfully. Here.
Ah, that's brilliant! Thanks a blimmin' million! I'll fit 'em to the smelter right away.
Fit to smelt.
May I present to you the Telemon Furnace? Ain't bad, is she?
She's a beauty.
You saved my bacon again, Sid, and I ain't about to let your good deed go unrewarded.
It's fine, really. My bag's flexible enough already.
Oh, don't say that. I'm sure I can make a few improvements to it yet.
You could just buy me a bigger...
How about that clasp? Looks a bit stiff. Reckon you could loosen it up and make some more room? And I reckon I know how. With a new alloy we've been working on. The Telemon Furnace was just what we needed to perfect it. It's a metal, see? So it's lovely and strong, but it's also, well, stretchy, if you can believe it.
Stretchy metal. Well, if you insist.
Stretchy metal.
It's the spirit. You'll love it. I promise. So, what do you reckon?
It's actually quite ingenious. Thank you, Owain.
Shh, don't mention it. You earned it. And I wanted to get some practice in using that metal anyway. Reckon we'll have all kinds of uses for it around the hideaway. Can't think of any right now, but that's our job, innit? Dreaming up new ways to make life easier around here. Maybe even out there, too. One day, the whole world's gonna know about the inventions you've helped us put together. That bag of yours will be the first of many. You mark my words.
They'll hardly believe their eyes, I'm sure.
Quest complete. Look at that. We did it, team. And we get an expanded potion satchel. Where the same exotic alloy from which the clasp of the satchel was fashioned be used to craft a suit of armor, it would surely be supple enough to accommodate even the greediest knight's ever-expanding bat belly. And the beauty of this quest is we get more items. We can hold 8 potions now, 5 high potions, 4 strength tonics, and 3 stone skin tonics. Last thing we're gonna do, guys, is just go buy these potions. When I went to visit Windrig in Cincinnati, she just forgot I was there until 3 days later when I had to leave. It was true. She had far more interest in eating people than hanging out with me. Speaking of Kingdom Hearts 3, I gotta restream that at some point because I didn't record it.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of...
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. It'd better all be here. Cannot find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Was preemptively already obsessed with Overwatch even though it wasn't out yet. Yeah. Alright, that's gonna be it for today's stream. YouTube, thank you very much for viewing. We'll be back tomorrow with more.